out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they can't be any better as we hit the halfway mark. A perfect 7-0 on the year.
And when we looked at this team in August and we looked at the schedule, we thought they had the potential to get off to a hot start. But I don't think either of us expected 7-0.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
This is the former Jet and Brown, Isaiah Crowell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. On play action, now Carr. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. A first down carry now for Crowell. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And the offensive starters here for the Raiders.
And there he is, the guy we've called AB, now wants to be known as Mr. Big Chest, and will be the #1 target for a new quarterback in Oakland by the name of Derek Carr. Put up huge numbers.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. You talk about explosion plays. There's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up the touchdown on the opening drive.
Let's go!
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Now back to throw. And this one's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
And it's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. This is Jalen Richard, the 4th-year man from Southern Miss. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Carnell on first down. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Trey Flowers able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. This is Crowell. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return, and the Lions will take over. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll drop the throw. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And this play going to be 2, and obviously well short of the first down. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They're going to try and throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Cleveland Farrell able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. And an alley to run. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Detroit. Their mobile, agile quarterback with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions have taken the lead. Well, you want to talk about making something out of nothing. Boy, he did that right there. What an incredible run.
Obviously a pass play, and he couldn't find anyone open downfield. But sometimes the receivers just run those defenders off, and it creates a wide open space.
This will be taken very short. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Carl try it again on second down. His throw incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. It's complete to Grant. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Carr now throw. Got him in. It's Brown. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Carr now on 1st down. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Let's see what you got. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They'll wind up getting... Ten back as that sets him up for 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Trey Flowers, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait in enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a three-step drop. But when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. They'll set up the throw. A big play like that looks familiar, doesn't it? Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Over the middle here to Brown. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. Second and a yard. On the ground, Richard. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Here's Carr. And he's got his tight end. This is Luke Wilson. And the ball is knocked out. And he's got room. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions.
It's my boy.
And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially give me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards there, first down. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the...
Touchdown, Detroit! As his guys are in for 6. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. We remind you that coming up later tonight, we've got a good AFC battle in Baltimore. The Super Bowl champs, New England, in town to take on the Ravens. And then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, the Cowboys and the Giants from MetLife Stadium to wrap up this first weekend in November. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play that time for the Raiders, 51 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long. And they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the run, it's Corral. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw his Carr. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Wilson gives Oakland a veteran option at tight end. Remember, they had Jared Cook last year. He's now in New Orleans. But Wilson, 5 years in Seattle, then 1 in Detroit before the native of Windsor, Canada, signed with Oakland back in March. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. On 2nd down and 4, Carr. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, it's Carr. That is caught by Brown. Touchdown, Raiders. Antonio Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, Bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
So here are the Lions to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. Back now in the East Bay, as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. And here's a big one now, trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Tahir Whitehead. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
This will be taken very short. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Raiders. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Carr to try again after the pick 6. It's a screen to Richard. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. That right there is what Jalen Richard can bring to this offense. And last year, yes, he had 55 carries, but they used him more as a receiver. He had 68 catches in 2018, which was tied for the team lead. Really adds a nice element to the backfield for Derek Carr and company. Now the pass to Grant, and he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Carr brought in over the middle by Grant. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. To throw again on 2nd down. Carr, man open left side is Brown. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Carr now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's 1st down. Carr looking middle, and it's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 17-yard line. Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 15 yards on the play, first down. Carr going to throw. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 50.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Raiders have recovered.
Forward pass, offense.
Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Now Carr. It's caught on the right side. Williams. Carr signaling to his guys, let's go here. Play action. Now it's Carr. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Grant. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Try to drop one in, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. On first down, Carr. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The tight end, Luke Wilson, was the target. And it's 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for one here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation. Yeah. Now you're wondering why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. And this will be covered up by the Lions, and that might just about seal the deal. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Out to his left. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Lions, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. On the Bears. Meanwhile, for Oakland, the struggles intensify as they drop.
I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. I score up in the end zone, do my dance all on a hater. A mover and a shaker, you a novice, I'm a player. I'm from DC, but I'm running through and sacking like a raider. 2 chains on my neck, one for now and one for later. And we don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can pass me up, this is not a bye week. I'm looking for a trophy competition, looking steep. And I'm training, I've been focused, I've been bombing from the deep. I'm like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Move the needle for the city like the championships. All my records go hard, this a champion.
Hey, everybody, it's... Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan. That's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. It'll bring it back to just about the 25. At the 24-yard line.
Sup, Palala? Sorry. No, I'll play Madden. Madden's better.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Pressure
Is
comes
that Jury?
and Trubisky goes down. Trey Flowers make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
No, I just beat Jory the guy on my team.
Better here on 2nd and 16. They'll run with a 3rd-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20.
Wait,
Only 2
is
yards
that what
on
you
the
guys are
pickup
playing?
there, and now they're looking at a long 3rd down.
Paladins?
Though certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Trubisky will throw. And Robinson with a big catch.
No, no! I hit stick too much.
Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, an 80-yard touchdown. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, that's how they envision
Okay, no, Chargers are bad.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call?
They're good. They're undefeated.
They had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Oh, yeah, no. I don't
And a
know.
nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So first and 10 now.
You guys lost to the Browns, make the playoffs.
They'll try and start this drive in
Yeah,
the
but
air.
you guys still lost to the Browns.
And he'll be taken down, but not
Todd
before
Gurley?
they work it across midfield. Turns out to be a great idea.
I know, sorry, I was
Good
talking
for
to my dad.
24 yards.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 40.
Khalil Mack, you suck.
Khalil Mack has now recorded
Dang it,
10
Khalil Mack.
sacks on the
No.
season. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Rolling to his left.
Let's go. Let's go, first down.
All the way to the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you have some
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack.
It's 2nd and
Bears
20.
have been a feast or famine on this
Block
team. They moved the
people.
ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback.
Stop getting sacked.
Down he goes again. Khalil Mack in there to drop
Khalil
him for
Mack,
his
shut up.
11th sack of the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into
Bro,
the
no,
game in the
I
top
want Khalil
5.
Mack, bro.
Now he
Khalil
had
Mack
2
is
more
a
to his total.
linebacker, dude.
Need something from deep in the bag.
You go play against Khalil Mack,
Colton.
Colton.
Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He's going to float this over the middle.
Get the ball.
And it'll be intercepted.
I just threw a pick. And I can't do anything because Khalil Mack is rushing.
A little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one's here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way
Sit
to
down.
make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field
Colton,
goals.
shut up.
And if
The
that
Chargers
loses
suck,
confidence, They lose
Colton.
confidence in the quarterback. And
The only person you guys have, you guys only have
So
Melvin
that
Gordon.
tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling.
Yeah, definitely doing that. He's also patting his guys on the
What are
back,
you
his
talking
defensive
about,
front,
buddy?
Because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a
Go back to
blocker.
Kumujens.
He's able to run to the fullback.
Go back to
And the
Kumujens.
plays he's making, he's spelling them in the offensive backfield.
Go back to Kumujens.
Trubisky now already over 100 yards passing.
You shall be
in
out of
just
my
this
presence,
first
brother.
quarter. It's 1st and 10. A pretty good looking run there on first down. That'll
Away
go for
from my
9
presence.
yards, just short of the line to gain.
Far, far away
Nice
from my
run there,
presence.
9 yards.
Far, 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 far away from my presence.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Gonna let
It's a
one
sack.
fly for up. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big pickup of 38. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Jory!
And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
From the gun, it's Trubisky.
Get off of him!
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Christian Jones came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now it's Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll get 4 out of that, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
On 3rd down, Trubisky.
Oh,
And that's caught for a Bear touchdown. It's the tight end, Trey Burton.
They can't stop you, son.
Trey Burton, his 6th touchdown of the season as the Bears push further out in front. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down. Back to throw here. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. It's a pickup of 12, second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. 2 minutes to play, first half, it's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. From 3 yards out as they are now on the board here in the first half. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now Allen Robinson and company gearing up to go again on offense. He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guys trying to cover him, they haven't had a whole lot of success thus far, and while they will still accept the challenge, maybe you have to change your focus. You have to get after the quarterback a little bit, disrupt his timing, because right now it feels like pitch and catch. Make sure he's not able to have clear sight lines to him, and maybe that'll slow him down.
And this is not the guy you want to let play pitch and catch. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now Trubisky to throw to Gabriel, middle of the field. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10, and he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. Here's Trubisky, and the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Completes it to the tight end, Burton. That throw good for only a couple. That brings up 3rd down. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. Here's Trubisky to throw, and that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. In the final seconds of the first half, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. So they just do get the touchdown in before halftime, and now a PAT will tie it.
So what we're seeing is one team is going to be really excited right now. How about the other side, though? Will they be deflated, or will they go ahead and gather themselves, regroup at halftime, and come back out because we had an even half?
Yeah, we did. We'll see. Should be a good second half, that's for sure. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Akeem Hicks able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the pressure gets to him again. Akeem Hicks in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bears take over. We take a look ahead at what's to come later tonight. Sunday Night Football, it'll be the Vikings and the Cowboys from AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And then tomorrow night, we've got the Seahawks and the Niners from Levi's Stadium. And we were in the Bay Area for the Raiders on Thursday night. Now right back out to watch the Niners on Monday night. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Push him back. Push him back.
Now it's Trubisky connecting with Burton here over the middle.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
This one out left to the tight end, Burton. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So a special teams mistake on the field goal try leads to a new set of downs inside the red zone. Trubisky to throw again. Over the middle. That's caught by Miller. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. And Bryant's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. Now, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw, and this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. Now the ball comes loose. But they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And they're not able to convert on 4th down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. First down, a run with Cohen. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Back now at Soldier Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
Maybe the old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to punch it in with Davis. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Another try for Davis, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. On 3rd and goal, Trubisky to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The kick by Bryant is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. So now the Lions down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. Their undefeated season, it's in danger unless they can score here as they've got a 1st and 10. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football before he knew it. He was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The Lions on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Me and you on deck. On deck. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Play action. It's Trubisky. Now he's forced out right. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field.
On 2nd and 12, Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now a play fake here on first down. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games. Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. Their bread and butter is their passing game. After that last play, maybe they need to go back to that passing game.
No, what's been good for them along the way is they understand their identity. They are a passing team, but they do like to mix in the run every now and then just to keep people off balance. Didn't work very well on that one, but all in all, I like their philosophy.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Below Nichols. In there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. 2nd and 15. He knocks him back. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Akeem Hicks in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. 2nd and long. Wide open receiver complete. He's got daylight. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. Becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turning to his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They go play action here on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Trubisky will throw. Steps away. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Middle of the field is Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Chicago first down. The former Jag Allen Robinson on the catch from Trubisky. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Trubisky. Over the middle, complete. It's Robinson. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Trubisky. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 26. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. On the right side, this is Miller. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. He rifles one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. He was 2nd in the NFL last year with 6 interceptions. This time, not only the interception, but also 6 points.
And it's just so difficult to go get the football in this league because people are so proficient in the passing game. It's not easy at all to read patterns, to break on the football, catch the ball, take it the other way. Yeah, when you have a guy like that on your team, you feel really good about his efforts.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
And so far, he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. And an alley to run. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short. He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll look to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 15-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. 2nd and 14. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all due to time constraints. We move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Buying time to his left. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
They'll set up a throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And now the rookie's free. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
So the Lion offense staying on the field as they're going to try for 2.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A gain of 13. It's a first down. They'll run on first down. It's Cohen. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They try again with Cohen. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they're dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now this is fielded in the end zone. And some strong running. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Check. You know it. You gonna see me in your nightmare, son.
Back to throw now on first down. And an alley to run. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your team.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. It's Ha-Ha Clinton-Dix with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Throwing again on second down. Trubisky. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that. And that is caught. And the record is his. It's a touchdown.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
This one fielded at the 5. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now Trubisky to Cohen out of the backfield. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Trubisky now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Touching offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Trubisky to throw. Caught out left side by Robinson. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Trubisky. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Robinson. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It's a 2-possession. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Now Trubisky to throw. The screen pass here to Cohen. And they'll get this down to the 10. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal.
Pick it up. It's out of time, guys. The field. The field.
Go, Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, it's coming.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But now it's third and goal. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on third and goal here. They'll get nothing out of the completion there, and it leads to a fourth down. Did they maybe play that too safely on third down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open to...
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here are the Lions to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in the touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. 2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
51 to Mike, boy. 51.
4th down. Here's Trubisky. Able to find Shaheen, the tight end. Touchdown, Chicago! Adam Shaheen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. As they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter.
The touchdown is huge, but the focus now is on the 2-point.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts.
That's caught inside the 20. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that might just seal the deal here. It makes it a 2-score game with not a lot of time on the clock. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Trubisky to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Bears on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Trubisky will throw, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Justin Coleman, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air, and he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away. Big hand in there to knock it away. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Finding some room in midfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. They're going to look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll look to throw. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24.
Come on now, let's go.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And
the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. Times in the game already, and they're the holding goal.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
2nd and 9 now. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the 1st half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and